It's been way too long since I've played Automation Campaign, so today we're going to be playing Light Campaign. Right, starting a new series, and we're just going to be doing this in easy mode, and our company is named Stoic Motors. Why? Because I like that word. So here we can get right in, I suppose, and now if this does actually end up going well, then I'll do some more difficult campaigns after this. So I'm thinking just starting off with probably a family budget car. And for that, I think I'm just going to grab one of the more recent sedan bodies, and we are going to take the 4-door variant here. So now to make this not too expensive, and also to avoid having to do things like a galvanization plant and stuff like that, we're just going to go steel, and ladder chassis with solid axle coils, front and rear. So as for the engine, I think we're just going to go 90-degree V8, because that's kind of what seems most logical for right now. It's currently a 4-liter. I would like to keep it square, maybe down to 84 on each side. That's just a little bit of reduction. Maybe I just go down to 80 on each side, because we don't need this to be an extremely powerful engine. And we can always change that, of course. Now, just going to go push rod and full cast iron here. Probably just going to try and go cast here completely. And we'll see if we can, and we just see how it goes, see if we do need to end up changing anything. I'll touch this later. It's obviously going to be naturally aspirated. As for the carburetor, I think we go maybe single barrel eco and twin carb. Once again, we'll see how that goes for us. Standard low intake manifold, regular 92 RON leaded. So leaded fuel right here, and it's going to be regular. As for the exhaust, probably a medium cast. Don't need a dual exhaust in this. First muffler none, second muffler baffle. I think we only need really one muffler here. That should be good for us. So I made some minor adjustments, and we now rev to, 5400 RPM. Stats are looking pretty good over here, and almost more importantly, it is pretty cheap. This is what it looks like, a cute little engine, as you can see. And now we can move on to kind of the rest of the design of the car. So I'll do all the fixtures and stuff like that later. I'm just going to be making this rear wheel drive, because why would we, I'm not sure how, in what world this would ever be front wheel drive. Going to be manual 3-speed. It wanted to set the top gear to 250 kilometers an hour, which we're not doing. Definitely not. No, open differential, and we'll see how this gearing setup goes. I could potentially change it if that becomes necessary. And anyways, moving on to the wheels, so it looks a little bit odd, but I do think we want real small wheels for this. This is our setup right now. I'm scared the offset is going to cost us a lot, but oh well. As for the tire width, they might be a little bit skinny. We'll have to see what the wheel spin is like. But either way, we're gonna keep them square no matter what, because otherwise it's just gonna get too crazy expensive. As for the front brakes, I think probably we want 2-chute drums there. Well, we'll look at how that goes, just like literally everything with this car. I think I've said that 100 times now. I'm going to move that up a little, otherwise I know we're going to be wrestling with the brake fade, and I will move up these sizes accordingly eventually. I don't really feel like we need to touch really anything here. And then as for the interior, I think a 5-seater is good. We could go with a reduced size bench, but I feel like that's kind of weird for how actually large this car is. As for the interior, let's not ruin our reputation right away and make it standard. And then we'll give them a standard radio as well. I feel like that should be pretty good. Driver aids and safety. One of these is sporty, one of these is not. We'll take the not sporty one. As for the safety, are we going to go advanced 50s or standard 40s? I think that might be a little better. Which do they like more? I think I'm just going to stick with the standard 40s for right now. I've changed a few things for the better, mainly just things to improve comfort, because apparently that was very low. Here we can take a look at the performance. So in terms of weight, it's actually pretty light. I think, especially for a car of this time and with such a big wheelbase. I'm not sure how he pulled that off. Weight distribution is mediocre. I'm not so sure what to think of our Model 1 right here. Actually, that's the name. Very, very original. Anyways, I'm just going to go with it, and, you know, we'll see how it goes, I suppose. So let's click on the check mark. Smart me, I still need to design this thing. Alright everybody, this is the Altiplana A10, our first car in this campaign series. Let me know what you think of this down in the comments. I didn't put as much effort into the design necessarily as I usually would, mainly because I feel like it's not really the main feature of the campaign mode, and that the real designing should be left for the actual car design, the separate one. Anyways, basically I'll click on this button and that apparently completes the design. I didn't tweak much to what we had first off, and you know, either way, I think it looks, ooh. Now we could make another variant. Now I wasn't sure first because of the trim bodies, but look at this, there is many things we can choose from. So we can select possibly a wagon variant, or a coupe variant. Now this is family budget. Let me think. Here's the Altiplana U10. I first wanted to go for a coupe, but according to the statistics part, with all the demographic matching and whatnot, it really didn't perform well. And then I decided to try out the Ute body, and this definitely did. So, not many cosmetic changes, just some small things. Slightly upgraded brakes, even though there is a lot of weight reduction. Apparently people like the utility that gives. And some slightly tuned suspension. You know how it is. Anyways, for the rest, the engine is literally the exact same. So we're going to complete that design as well. Oh, and the color, of course, is slightly changed as well. Anyways, we have the Altiplana A10 and U10. So that's great. Now we can continue here, and I'm going to have to figure out how all this works exactly. I won't change much about that just now. That seems good. So now I believe this is the engine, right? I think we need to make an engine factory right here. Wow, we are going through many screens. Anyways, what do we want? A medium 1, medium 2. Oh, do we already have a medium 1? Well, that's pretty solid. We don't need anything. I made sure not to have to have a forge works, because that's just all annoying, isn't it? Anyways, this should be good, right? This is the first part where I actually change things. Not a lot, though, because I don't necessarily know how everything works. I mean, I've done a playthrough before, but that was quite a while ago. Anyways, this should be the engine factory set up perfectly nicely. Now we move on to the car factory over here. And here, no galvanization plant, none of that. Definitely happy with that. We can't go for a medium 2 because then our engine factories will be overworked. For right now, those should be perfectly in line with each other because they're both medium ones. So that should be great. Anyways, then we can just move on right here. Yep, we want to be making both of those, and we will need a steel press, correct? There isn't really a way around that unless you lose oh, there's also an aluminum press. Okay, so that seems great. Need the both stuff for those. This all looks good as well. I think we can move on, and look at that. Apparently we have a profit. That seems pretty good to me. Alright, did a little tweaking here, and I'm not sure what this was before, but I might have increased it by like 5. Not sure if that's necessarily a good thing, you know, because of quality and stuff like that. Oh well, let's click here to complete the design. And now I think we're almost good through the incredibly large amount of screens. Now we're back right here, and we actually need to determine for what we want to sell these cars. Then a little bit of tweaking here again, and the project profit graph looks kind of goofy in my opinion, but oh well, we'll just have to continue here, you know. Honestly, in my opinion, this looks kind of good. I'm not sure what this is. I can't click on it. Oh, so this is the target break-even point. I was really confused, but I get it now. I think we should like probably set that at 1, to be honest. What if we do set it at 5? I feel like 5 is a little late, man. I feel like I want to have moved on already. Let's just try setting the... Oh, does that actually affect the prices up here? Oh, it does by a lot. I think we can go with 2 years as the target break-even point, because I feel like 1 year is incredibly fast. Let's see what the price difference is there if we set it at 2 years. Oh, that is a lot better. Okay, so we're going to have 2 years as the target break-even point. I never knew what that was, but okay, I understand now. That makes a lot more sense. So, how much is this going to cost us? 100 million. That's not bad, seeing as we apparently have 774 of the stuff. So I am no way going to take a loan, because that's just kind of spending extra money to buy money we already have, right? So let's sign off. Alright, so here we go. Let's click on play, and then it should start playing, and I think we can probably increase the speed of this a little. So we're going in months now, and wow, we are selling a lot, but we're making a huge loss. However, that should be... Oh, whoa, okay, so we're selling these things right now? Okay, hold on. Wow, this is going incredibly fast all of a sudden. So we finished engineering everything, right? And not sure what these gray lines there are. Where do those just go on forever? So I assume they don't really mean anything at this point. Oh, those... Never mind, I didn't... Okay, so the profit is 215 million. Let's go until the year 1951 and see what happens here. I believe we can see the total income, profits, losses, and stuff like that right up there, which is honestly looking pretty good. There we go. Alright, wow, that definitely seems to be growing. There we go. So now we got our yearly financial reports. I'm just going to pause it right here. Oh my god, we made $136 million in car sales and $5 million from money we already have, and a total profit of negative $77 million because of expenses. Which, how does that actually add up? Because I thought the total cost of everything was only... Total expenses, oh, it costed me $219 million to engineer those things. Okay, anyways, are we backstocked? Do we have anything here? Let's see what this says. Just configured a little bit of researching and stuff like that, so that's nice. Alright, so I've just been looking through some stuff, and I say we can let it run another year, and then I'll pause it for this episode. Things were looking a little weird there for a second. Okay, so basically what we're going to be doing... Oh, actually... Oh, wow, we're actually making a loss all of a sudden? How is that? I just saw there are no current marketing activities. So, let's mark it a little here. There we go. This doesn't necessarily look great, but we can definitely fix that in the next episode. We do seem to be making somewhat of a profit once again, although not necessarily. Anyways, basically, I've been eyeing some bodies and stuff like that, and so in the next episode, what we're going to be doing is basically probably making a facelift of this one vehicle we already have here, because, you know, every few years we definitely do need a facelift. And then what I'm also definitely going to be doing is actually making a new car, and I've been eyeing some coupe bodies, and hopefully we're going to be making a little bit of a faster car next time. So let's take a look over here. So car and engine production cost us quite a lot, and we made a not necessarily huge profit. I mean, the revenue was insane, but I think we might need to take a look at our margins. Anyways, hopefully by bringing a coupe on the market, we can maybe like make it quite expensive or something. I don't know. Anyways, right now though, if you do want to see next episode, then do make sure you subscribe and hit the bell, because I will be releasing that soon. Of that, it sucks that that's the best I can promise you. I'll try and get it out like in less than 2 weeks, because otherwise it's just annoying for you guys having to wait for so long. Anyways, basically that was that. Right now though, thank you ever so much for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Bye bye.